Hello guys, today let's have a very fast discussion about the second problem that was asked in MockVita 2020, that is a prime fib. As you can see, the problem description itself totally tells what the problem want to do, and we can directly go with the brute force approach to solve this problem. Let's look into the problem description. It has given with 6 steps and each step is very clear. So first we need to find the prime numbers between the given n1 and n2, and second step is to make possible all the unique combinations of the numbers of the prime number list you have found in the step 1, and from the step 3 you need to again find all the prime numbers. Step 4 is find the smallest and the largest number of the second generated list, also count the count of this list. And as you can read, fifth and sixth, considering the smallest and the largest, first and second, and generating the Fibonacci series respectively, and then sixth one is to print the last number of the Fibonacci series as an output. Okay, so in detail we can directly tell what the problem is. So we will be giving two numbers and we need to first find the prime numbers between the range, and then we need to again combine them to make another list. This is the second step. Coming to the third step is we need to extract the prime numbers, and in these prime numbers we need to again extract the minimum and the maximum prime number, and making this as a starting two numbers we need to construct a Fibonacci series. So hope you understood. Let's look into the input format. It is very clear. So we will be giving two integers with a space separated, and we need to generate a single integer as an output. So coming to the point, let's look into the test cases for better explanation. So you can see the first test case consists of two numbers 2 and 40, and the output is given as here, and the explanation is they just constructed the primes from the given range, and the second thing is they formed the combinations of all the prime numbers that were constructed in the first list. And coming to the second prime list is they again extracted the all primes of the combined list of the combination of all the prime list, and so they extracted the smallest and the largest from the second prime list. So please be clear. And again we need to count the count of the that is the number of elements that have been prime in the first list, that is the length of the second prime list. Therefore for the last Fibonacci series, that is here the length is 34, so 34th Fibonacci series that has 23 and 3719 as the first two numbers is, the result is as given 1 3 1 5 8 and so on till 9. So it's very clear, and we can directly go into the to write the code. Please be clear that writing less number of codes doesn't mean that your code is good. A code may contain many number of lines, but the thing that matters is the time complexity and the space complexity. So make sure that your code should be to the given constraints. So you can see the constraints there, right? So according to the constraints we need to build a program such that it should not even time limit, it should be within the time limit that was given. This problem mainly focus on writing prime number and writing a Fibonacci series. That's it. If you combine the both concept, it will be very easy to answer this problem. So let's get into the code. So now we will be taking the input, that is n1 and n2 in a one line, and I am converting them into integers with the help of this map function. And now to generate the primes between this range, I will be writing a for loop within the range for I in range of m1 to n1 plus 1, because we know in Python the last value will be excluded in the for loop. So now to check the prime, I will just write a function that is check prime function, because I think it will be again useful for us. So I am writing the check prime function, which I can use it. So this is a reusability which is very useful by using these functions. Now we will be having a list called as a primes, where we will be storing all the primes. So now we will be writing a very primary code to find the prime numbers, right? For define check of prime, I am giving n as the input. Now I need to check whether the given number is prime or not. So I will run a loop for I in range of 2 to n minus 1, or else you can run it for n floor 2. Okay, that is right. Yeah, if the n modulo of I is double equal to 0, that means it is not a prime number. It is getting divided other than itself and 1, so it is not a prime. So I can directly return 0. When I will be returning 0, I will be not appending it in the list, that is a primes list. Or else if all the loop is completed, then I'll be returning 1. So the if condition in the 9th line gets passed, and then we'll be adding the item to primes. So here you can see I'm adding it as a string form, not as an integer. So because strings in the Python, so I'm using this str function to convert this integer, and then now I'm appending it into the prime list. So I've got all the primes within the range of the given n1 and n2. Now I need to combine all of them. Here we have a condition that is unique, so I can't combine 2 and 2, but I can combine 2 and 3. So 2 3, so that becomes 23, and then 2 5 25, and then 2 7 27. In that way of we are using the string in the string format. The prime list is contained in the strings, right? So now let's run two loops where we will be checking only one condition, and then we will be combining all of them. That is for I in range of 0 to the length of the prime list, and then for j in range of 0 to length of prime list, right? So now if I is double equals to j, that is we can't add 22. That is we need to avoid that 22, that is 33 22 55 etc. That's what given in the problem. So we need to check one condition, that is if I is if I is not equal to j, then we'll be appending it. If not, we'll be not appending it. So I'm having another list called second prime list. In the second prime list, we'll be appending the present values that what we have been combined. So second prime list dot append. So now I'll be converting them into integer form. So int of primes of I plus primes of j. So you can clearly it's very easy to understand. So now what we need to do is we need to make sure that there should be no duplicate values in the second primary list. That is now 2 and 37. So when we combine them, it will become 237, right? So yes. And what about 23 and 7? Right, 23 and 7, if we combine them, they will also become 237. So now I am having a value 237, which is a prime, and also repeating 2 times, which is not so good. So I can I want to remove the duplicates. So to remove the duplicates, simply in Python we'll be converting into converting it into set. So now I'm converting the second prime list to set, and then now I'm converting it into list, right? Now to extract the primes from the second primary list, it's very simple. We'll just repeat the process that what we have done in the above code. Now we will take another list. Now yes, third prime list. Now in this prime list, I'll be passing. We need to append all the primes that are in the second primary list. So for I in secondary primary list, where I will be representing each and every value present in the second primary list for each iteration. So now I am again passing the every value to the check prime function. With the help of if condition, I will be evaluating whether the passed value is a prime or not, right? And then I will be appending it in the third primary list. Extracting of now we need to extract the minimum and the maximum from the generated third list. So extracting of maximum and minimum is very easy in the Python. So now a equals to max of third prime list, and b equals to min of third prime list. Okay, a equals to min of third prime list and b equals to max of third prime list. Now I'll be having the maximum and the minimum value of the third prime list in the a and b value respectively. So now we need to write the Fibonacci series program. Yes, simply as Fibonacci series program. That's it. Where till now you have you'll be writing the Fibonacci series with the a as 0 and b as 1, because it is called Fibonacci series. Now we need to just change the a and the b values in a Fibonacci series. That is the first term and the second term of the Fibonacci series will be replacing with this minimum and the maximum value respectively, right? So first term will be the a and the second term will be the b. So now I will be again running the loop, that is for I in range of 0 to to find the length, right? Yeah, so how many times should we run this loop, right? So we need to find the length, that how many primes that what we got in the second list, that is nothing but the length of the third list, right? So from 0 to length of third prime list, right? A equals to see now I'm writing a Fibonacci series program. It is c equals to a plus b, a equals to b, and b equals to c, right? At last I'll be printing the last value which will be stored in the b. So directly print b comma end equals to, so I just put this end for the presentation purpose. If at all if it is asking for presentation error, try with this thing, it may work. So while coding we need to even debug every time. If at all we are using an offline compiler or other than any online editors, if we are using a normal compiler or interpreter, it's better to debug, that is to print every list at a time after we generate them, so that it will be convenient to us whether we are going in a correct approach or not. So this program will run fine, right? Because I have already checked it. Yes, in the last loop, if we run we'll be getting the answer of 2 terms ahead. So we need to reduce 2 iterations, because we have just now took the maximum and minimum as a first and second term. So we need to reduce iterations to get the correct answer, that is the number of length. So in the given example, that is a 34th one, and in the second test case, if you can see, that's 14th term of the Fibonacci series. So now let's just run and see whether the code is working or not. Yes, so now let me run. Yeah, fine. Let me first give the inputs that were given by them. So 2 space 40. Yes, I got the answer, the same answer, right? And let me run once again with the second test case, that is 30 space 70, right? Yes, we got the answer. So if we let us run with other test cases. Let us try with 40 and 80. So because I am taking this 40 and 80 as the constraints in the given problem statements have clearly mentioned that n1 minus n2 minus n1 should be greater than or equal to 35. So that's it. So thank you guys. I hope you all guys have understood the video. Please share your suggestions in the comment box, as well as please like, share and subscribe. Hope you support me, and I'll be uploading all my videos within a few days. So thank you guys. Thank you very much.